And how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. So how about you?
Yeah, well, it's been a long day, and forget about it. You really energized us. Like you look really happy. Do you want to share what happening today?
Yeah,
What's going on?
it's it's a normal day, but today I'm a little bit exhausted.
Oh,
Uh,
exhausted. You doesn't
yeah,
look like it.
yeah, just because I think because I just have taken a nap.
Right.
Yeah, like, yeah, recharge my battery after finishing a lot of things. 2 days ago was like so much things that I need to accomplish. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. How long do you take your nap? What is the duration of your nap? So normally, how long would it take?
It takes 30 minutes. 30 minutes
30
from
minutes?
30 minutes to 1 hour.
Right.
Yeah.
I also have a habit of taking a nap, but my is shorter, is sometime in between 15 to 20 minutes. I try to get it a bit tricky. I put an alarm for like 25 minutes, but my bio clock always wake me up somewhere about 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It's really annoying me. Yeah. But take a really short take take a short nap actually, yeah, help me a lot with change my mood as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think sleeping a lot sometimes really makes me feel more tired. But sleeping short is better than taking a long nap.
Yeah,
What
well,
day?
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, taking a take longer, you we call it overslept. It actually cause more harm than good. It make your body feel tired than it should be. So I just got a tricky. I'm not sure. I have a problem that I don't have enough sleep, and the only trick that I can use is I try to sleep at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day. And by doing that, I can set my alarm at a desired hour. So if I don't hear the alarm, I just force myself to go back to sleep and then try to have enough sleep. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, yeah.
No, it's just information dump. Like, yeah, it's just lightly touching on a sleeping subject, and then yeah, I should recall that from my memory. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Nowadays, for some reason, I used to have about 8.5 hours sleep. Now because I have a tracking device, it telling me that the average hour that I sleep is about 6 hour and a half to 7 hour a day, which is not good.
Mm.
Right. Okay. So now get back to you. You mentioned that you have a lot of things happen to you today. Do you want to share with me?
Yeah, because in this day, I have a friend. We started learning together, and we set up the schedules. Like we keep track of our schedules together. It's like the learning process. Yeah, I think it really, and I really don't think it because we made a really detailed plans, and I and
Mm.
this technique really helped us, like work better. Yeah, so it's a little bit like we we work really hard.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll just take note of whatever you should tell me.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
why this is the first time I feel that these days are so productive.
Oh, so nowadays you feel so productive.
Yeah.
Right. So what did you do earlier or previously, and what do you do now that make a difference, and how can you tell the difference?
Yeah, like in the past, I study, like spontaneously. Like this day, I want to study. I like skill. I like. I study English, but I just want to study the book I like,
Oh
or
yeah, that's a
listen.
very good way
Listen.
to do.
Yeah, learning is so fun and really relaxing. But in this day, I need to really like stick with a really high, like knowledge, and always learn a lot of an amount of vocabulary, and like yeah, it's more high intent. It's
More
it's high
dense.
dense. Yeah, it's more dense than in the past, so a little bit exhausted. Yeah.
It's weird. I'm doing the same, but I'm learning about the subject that I like about.
Yeah.
But like the thing that I like about it is also being dense information as well.
Hmm.
So so to try to understand, so in the past or previously you try to learn the thing that you just feel like it, and now you
Yeah,
don't do that anymore and you just focus on subject that have higher value or require more intense reading or intense focus. Is that trying to say?
yeah, yeah, that's right.
Right.
It's
So
like I build up a structure, really
right, a
a detailed
structure.
structure. Yeah. So, but
Hmm.
I think it's just 2 days, only 2 days. But I really work out for me. I think after 2 days, but I feel something really better in
Right.
me. Yeah.
Right. So what have you been learning in the last 2 days?
Learn writing and speaking and vocabulary. Yeah.
So my question is more about the topic. So what is the topic that you currently learning
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. We are working on the topic people and friendship, family. Yeah, like that. This week is about that topic.
Okay. So you learn it from a book, or what is your material?
From book, mainly from book.
Okay, what book is it?
We learn destination and some collocation. Yeah, related to that topic.
Right. So related to the topic about family, people. Do you have a book title there that you want to share, or can you share with me? I'm
Des-
just curious. What book are you learning? What book are you reading at the moment? That's it.
yeah, destination. Yeah,
Oh,
that.
right.
Yeah.
Destination. I thought when you mentioned about destination, you learn about different place, or let me have a look.
Yeah. You-
Sorry, I just have a message to distract me for a bit. I'm just looking for the book title to see, just mainly to see what is it about, so I can talk with you a bit more. Uh, but I couldn't
Yes.
find a book. Destination CISSB consult guide.
B2 destination B2.
Okay, so what is it? What is it talking about? Can you summarize what have you been learning in the last 2 days?
Yeah. Um, we study vocabulary related to that topic, and then we uh, organized a meeting together with my friend to practice speaking about that topic.
Hmm.
Yeah. So and we just learn vocabulary, from the book I mentioned, and
Hmm.
also some collocations and yeah, just two books, only two books.
Right. Yeah. I think I'm pressing you too hard on the thing that you've been learning so far. Um,
Yeah.
Normally, when I'm starting up, I normally want to know what the student want to learn about and what
Uh,
they want to talk about. So I just asked you a few questions. So in return, do you have any question you all want to ask or anything or any topic that you want to discuss about today? Or yeah, open, I'm open for it.
okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, this week I learned about people. So I want to talk about family,
Hmm.
friends, like that.
Yep. So any particular question that you want to ask me, or let's say, or maybe you want to talk about family, friend. Do you want to start first, and then maybe I'll jump into the conversation and then share some of my stuff if I have some. Yep. Right.
Uh,
So do you want to ask me any
you
question?
can yeah, yeah,
Huh?
yeah. Okay. You can repeat again.
Okay. So
Okay.
you want to talk about you or you learn about friend, relationship, family, and you want to talk about it. Do you have any particular question regard to that topic that you want to ask me? And then I
Yeah.
can answer, or you can start discuss some of it so we can have something to talk or dive in deeper later on. Does that make sense?
Okay, it makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Well, right now, okay,
Hmm.
because I don't have any few questions pop up in my mind, so that's why
Okay. Right. So
I will.
let's just recreate the environment when you work with your friend. So now imagine that instead of talk or practice with your friend, now you practice with me. So
Yeah.
what have you been practice with your friend?
Uh, we actually, because we all have a goal, like of uh, of like we have a goal that we want to take part in the IELTS examination.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why we go to ChatGPT and ask ask to give us some questions related to that topic that we can practice. That,
Yeah. Unfortunately, I only did what we call PTE, not IELTS.
PTE.
Yeah, I only train in IL for a short period of time, maybe 2-3 months, and then I train in PTA. And the strategy that I use I um when I did PTA is completely different from
Uh,
how I prepare to do before the exam for IELTS.
yeah, I used to take part in the PT exam.
So why change? What
Uh,
happening? Why did you decide to change?
Actually, because in the first year of university,
Mm,
my my teachers had a free trial exam for students
right.
to have a try at to take part in this examination, but it's all free. So I also want to take part in this. So I know the structure of PTE examination. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the trial for PTA is not they is using AI as well, but the one that the AI that mark for the trial one is shitty one. It's not a good one.
Yeah.
So when you actually pay for the money, the AI is actually better. So they're completely different. They're two completely different AI when they mark your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Okay, now you know.
But I know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the strategy, but hang on. Now, I just want to have a step back. Why do you have to do IL?
Yeah, because I'm measuring in English linguistic. Yeah. So because I think that I want to take part in the I examination and get the certification because I think, yeah, because sometimes learning from school is also really fun, but taking part in the examination can really boost my learning. Yeah, can
Hmm.
boost my studying. Just one thing. It's only one thing.
From my understanding or from my experience, when you do IL, I don't think it's gonna boost your learning curve or boost your confidence in stuff. When you do this is my perception. So when you have to do IL is when you require to have that certification to apply for a scholarship or applying for studying abroad or applying to maybe some special case when you're teaching English and they require you to have an IELTS certificate. Because if you want to learn English, I don't think IELTS is a good part way to do it. Could
Yeah,
be, but I don't think that gonna optimum for a good way for you to learn English. I think the better way for you to learn English is actually learn about thing that you like, which is well completely different to your perspective. But the thing here, learn the thing about it you like. It doesn't mean that you look for like children book or comic or what else, some easy book.
yeah,
Just learning by exploration. How should I say that? I didn't word that perfectly. I just try to make an example here. So in the beginning, when you try to teaching a kid to learn how to read, you do not force them to read book that have a lot of dense information in it. You
yeah,
teach them by giving them comic book or like a manga or the like have a lot of visual, a lot of fun thing for them to learn to read book. The idea is for them to get you to the habit of reading. So when they get you of the habit of reading, they can read. They progress slowly, 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 slowly.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's just my perspective.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, get it. Yeah, I know that because I also think like you, but like after 2 years of learning from school, I don't see myself make any progress from because just reading some. I used to read some real, learning in a very fun way, but it doesn't work for me. So I think I need
Hmm.
to have more strict, like
Right.
for myself. I want to follow something to learn, and that's why I choose IELTS like as a
Right.
way
Hmm.
for me to study. That's yeah,
Yes, don't get me wrong. Different people have different way of learning. So that why in the beginning I'm trying to ask, what did you do differently? So when you mention that you learn about thing that you like, I do not know what kind of thing that you learned in the past because that have a lot of different meaning behind it. It
yeah,
could
yeah.
be learning. Yeah, it's weird. I didn't say it good enough, did I?
Huh?
I
Can you?
didn't, I did not say that good enough. Nhưng mà anh không có giải thích rõ ràng, một cách rõ ràng cho em dễ hiểu em nói không?
Yeah,
Ừ. Tại vì
yeah,
giống như ví dụ như em lướt TikTok đi, em đọc Facebook, em lướt TikTok đi, nó cũng là một cái hoạt động khiến cho em thích. Nhưng mà đối với anh á, cái mà khiến cho anh thích là anh đọc về thuế, anh đọc về lịch sử, anh đọc về chính trị, anh đọc
mhm.
về negotiate
uh,
kiểu um, negotiate tiếng Việt là gì ta? Thương lượng.
okay.
Thì anh đọc mấy cái đó thì nó rất là kích thích trí tò mò của anh rất là thích về mấy cái chuyện đó nhưng mà đối với một số người khác nó rất là không kích thích. Nhưng mà giống như
Yeah,
ngược lại anh cũng nói là kiểu em coi Facebook nè, em lướt TikTok nè, cũng cực kỳ rất là thích, nhưng mà anh không có làm mấy cái đó, tại vì cái đó nó
yeah,
không có khiến cho em, nó
yeah,
không có,
I
ờ, hình
yeah,
như
em không được rồi.
hình như cái
Thì
cách
em
anh nói nó cũng hơi kỳ quá, cái cách anh nói nó cũng hơi kỳ, nó không.
không, nó cũng đúng đúng đó. Nó đúng đó.
Ừm,
Nó đúng đó.
OK,
Ủa? Yeah, you are Vietnamese. I
rồi,
know that. I know that from your name.
OK, yeah. Bây giờ anh chỉ hỏi lại nữa là em muốn, nãy giờ anh cứ đi vòng vòng một chỗ hoài, anh chưa có break ra được, anh rất là bực mình nãy giờ rồi. Kiểu em nói là bây giờ em muốn học về mấy cái hiện tại bây giờ em đang học á, anh muốn biết nó là cái gì.
Yeah.
Cái cuốn sách em đọc á, thì giống như là, kiểu, em nói về tình bạn này nọ kia, nhưng mà nó chỉ có ngưng đó thôi, nó hông có ví dụ về, ờ,
Right, right.
definition
Yeah,
về cái
that's
gì,
right.
cái gì, cái gì á.
Đúng rồi. Cái này
Rồi em muốn anh nói về cái vấn đề đó, nhưng mà anh hông có biết là phải bắt đầu từ đâu, tại vì anh hông có biết là cái s cái starting point của em nằm chỗ nào, cho nên anh hông có biết là bắt đầu từ
vậy
đâu.
đúng.
Ít nhất là em cho anh một cái starting point á, nó dễ
Yeah,
cho anh nói chuyện hơn. Còn nếu mà em
yeah,
không muốn nói về chuyện này thì mình nói về chuyện khác.
yeah, yeah, okay.
OK.
Yeah. Cái gì là vậy tiếng Việt á?
Tiếng
Tiếng Việt
Việt,
hông?
tiếng Anh gì cũng được, tại vì, nó hơi khó
Đúng rồi,
để tackle cho
đúng
nên
rồi.
là thôi tiếng Việt, tiếng Anh gì cũng được. Sau đó có
Vậy
chớn rồi mình chuyển qua tiếng Anh hết.
dạ, cái nghe dạ, em giống như cái từ vựng của em học, ví dụ như là mình học về từ vựng đó đi, nhưng mà nó quan trọng khi mà mình trả lời một câu hỏi là em muốn có một cái ý ý rồi mình phát triển ra,
Ừm,
rồi phát triển ra một cái ý đó mình có thể trả lời, nó, kiểu, nó trơn tru hơn. Đôi khi em cũng hay đi, kiểu, trả lời nó rất là lòng vòng á. Đó nên là
ừm,
dạ, nên là em nghĩ là cái em chỉ học cái từ vựng thôi, nhưng mà em cũng muốn phát triển về ý, rồi phát triển về đồ nữa, nên là thôi mình sẽ nói sao ta để, bắt đầu ta?
ừm.
Em cũng không
Thì em nói là em học mấy cái từ vựng rồi em học được những cái từ vựng gì, rồi em muốn sử dụng ra sao thì em có thể nói mấy cái từ vựng đó ra cho anh.
yeah, từ vựng về appearance, ờ, personality,
OK.
kiểu dạ, cái từ vựng đó, kiểu vậy nó
Experience,
yeah, experience, appearance,
appearance, OK.
ờ, personality,
OK, so bây giờ anh có 2 từ để anh làm vốn rồi nha. What have you learned about appearance? What is your definition about appearance?
yeah. For me, appearance is the superficial of superficial
Superficial.
bên ngoài, đúng hông anh? Từ đó đúng hông anh? Từ đó đúng
Đúng
hông
rồi.
anh?
Nhưng mà cái từ superficial anh chưa có nghe lần nào.
Ây
Để
da,
anh search thử coi. Superficial anh what? Không, đừng có hiểu sai anh, có nhiều khi có nhiều nhiều bạn lên nói nhiều từ anh hoàn toàn không biết cái gì hết. Xong anh sợ
không,
thì ra là nó vậy.
ây da, thôi lâu lâu em cũng nhớ nhớ sơ sơ mà em dùng á. Em cũng không nhớ rõ cái từ đó lắm.
OK, thôi tiếp tục đi.
Dạ được, OK, dạ. Yeah.
Ờ,
For me, appearance is when we show um, the outside future, the that show easily, the people can see easily outside.
ừm,
Yeah, and yeah, yeah, you can so it's like it's a thing we can um, people can easily see us outside. You know?
yeah. So yeah, appearance is just a simple word that you to describe somebody on the outside. So how they
Yeah,
dress, how they appear in the public, how they impress other person by visual.
yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Um, what else? The second one, no, a personality. Okay, so now get back to the appearance. How do you describe yourself? How do you describe yourself?
like yeah, somebody always, especially my sister, some always says to me that I have a big body. My bodies need to really like I need to work out to lose my weight, to look more beautiful, and but um I think I really like my appearance right now. Is it sometimes it's big but it's healthy. I think because I eat a moderate food and healthy food, and but besides that I also doing the workout, but it doesn't work out a lot for me. I doesn't lose shed on many weight, but in the future I think I always imagine myself uh, perfectly have the body I like. I imagine, even though right now I don't have.
Yeah, that's a problem for everybody. So you mentioned that you have sister. How do you describe your sister?
Yeah, my sister, she's a very friendly. She's very like, I think she's the one word to says to her. She's very empathic,
Hmm.
empathic, because she really don't see she doesn't really, for me, for my feelings, she always see the whole context of the problem, never never judge me or never say bad things to me just based on her um based on one thing, her feeling, like based on anything. Just always I always see her see the problem very clearly, in the inside. Yeah.
You get to personality already, so we talk about that later. I'm focused about appearance on the surface, right?
I,
Appearance.
sorry.
That's right. We're gonna talk about it later. We're gonna talk about it later.
I like that. Okay, we talk that. She's also like me, have a real like really very, I can use that, overweight, a little bit overweight. Yeah, but she's very she has a really she has a really beautiful, charming smile. Which really like makes my day when I see her smile. And she's 34 years old, but she always look younger than her
Don't
age.
drop that bomb to me like that.
You
No,
also,
no. The thing you say, normally
I,
when you talk between women, because
yeah.
you are a woman, that's different. So don't mention woman age.
She's
Yeah, in Australia, it's like
oh, okay.
in yeah.
Sorry.
No. Don't have to be sorry. I'll just you should sorry to your sister, not me.
Yeah, I think I'm sorry to her. I'm just sorry to her. Yeah, I will change. Middle 30s. Okay, okay, sorry.
Don't talk about age at all. Just skip that part.
Oh, okay, okay, I will. Okay, I will skip that. Okay, I will say just she looked younger than her age. Yeah,
Oh,
really
okay.
energy. Yeah, and
Yep.
really energetic, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's very cute.
Hmm. Right. Yeah. So yeah, just got a lot of. I'm not sure. Is it really that comfortable for you guys to talk about age? With men, with me, like my friend, all of the boy, all the male, we have absolutely no issue at all to talk about age, right? But in
Yeah,
here, it's kind of weird when person discuss about a woman age.
yeah,
It get a bit
yes.
sensitive. So
It's sensitive.
I'm not,
Yes,
yeah, not sure. Some people when they mention about their age, well, especially with women, yeah, it's just sensitive. They don't like to
yes,
talk about it. Some
yeah,
some some really have no issue at all. Some women have no issue to talk about that at all. But yeah. But is that the case for you guys? You just talk about your age normal. Just like
Yeah,
that. I'm just curious. That's it. Then not don't need to be apology to me. I'm just curious. That's it.
yeah. I think I really okay when talking with my I don't know but when it comes to like when mention somebody's else age, I feel so normal for me.
Right.
For me, I feel normal, but sometimes I know exactly that in some situation, okay, I will limit. Okay, limit. I don't talk. I don't mention. I don't mention like that. I
Hmm.
think it's I think it's because of my sister, so I really feel
Right.
comfortable
Right.
to
Yeah, that could be the case because you feel really comfortable toward your sister. Yeah, now to remember, it's similar to my sister as well.
yeah. That's
Right.
why
So it means that you have a good sister, or
yeah,
she really close to you.
we're close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot, a
Yeah.
lot. Appearance. So how do you? Is there any person that have the appearance that you really like and you want to be achieve and you want to achieve that appearance to be similar to that person?
Yeah.
Who is
I
that?
sometimes
Female,
I
female, not male. Okay, female, not male.
like because I really like, set up a really high standard, so I really feel shy to share that.
Who is that anyway? Maybe I'm not even know that person. I
Yeah,
might
just
Google it.
I think all the girls like the chef of the models or some like especially some famous influencers
Who is that?
on yeah
Who is that?
no yeah I don't know but I think yeah famous models in Vietnam you know like um
Who is your
Thanh
famous model?
Thanh Thủy you know that
Country.
Thanh Thủy
Let me have a look. I don't know. I know it's the singer, but not the model.
yeah it's no it's not a model it's a she take part in the beauty pageant it's beauty like yeah
Now I have no idea who that person is.
but yeah but
Nguyen
actually
Thị Thanh
yeah,
Thủy.
yeah that's right
Let
she's
me have a
really
look.
you can say
Completely weird to me. I have no idea who the person is.
yeah
Okay.
but it's just like
So
but
why do you like Thanh Thủy
yeah
appearance?
I like I really like not only just her body but her like her smile I really don't know what the vibe from her is so different from other people
Right. How
like
different? How different? I'm
I
curious.
don't
How
know
different?
just even though just on the image on the screen just I haven't never met her before but just look on the screen but it just really shows something that I really like I don't know I cannot I cannot really um
Explain it.
explain it but something about her I really like and that's the vibe the friendly vibe or yeah
Hmm.
it
How
really catch my attention yeah
right? How about male? Uh, who is your idol in male? Like that have the appearance that you like the most?
yeah no really I really into actually I really into some Koreans actor but I
Okay.
really don't care about their body so I have no idea about that I just
No, appearance. Appearance could be a it could be a lot of different meaning. Could be body.
oh
Could be how they dress.
okay I think Korean actors
Hmm. Who is that?
um I think Lee Do-hoon
Lee
yeah
Do-hoon?
you know him
No, I don't. I'm just asking. I'm just asking for you to answer. So what about his appearance that you like about? So again, I just want to mention that when you talk about appearance, doesn't have to be that person body shape,
oh,
six pack,
okay
like
okay.
could
No,
be
no.
a lot of meaning. Could be round, could be hmm,
Also, his smile, his charming
right.
smile. You know, your smile already catch my attention, especially
Hmm.
when I saw your picture, you posted on the page. You also have really charming smile.
Okay, thank you. I thought that one is a bit old.
No, it's a big smile, really. Yeah, and okay, get back to my
Yep.
um yeah, the most impressive about him is his smile, also his really friendly. It looks so friendly.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I really like, I think. And also, no, not just only appearance. Um how can I say that? Um, yeah, but it looks really natural beauty. It's also.
Right. Okay. Now we move to the second vocabulary. I think these have a bit deeper meaning. Okay, hang
uh,
on. Just go to my note again. So, personality. So, what is your definition about personality?
um, for me, personality is, um, yeah, it's like something inner self, and it really not easy to and for me, I think, to really, okay, so, wait a minute. um let me think a little bit.
That take a lot of time. Oh, take all the time that you need. No rush.
Okay, so for me, is personality is about the inner self. It's like the way they speak and their um their behaviors, like, yeah, the daily behaviors, and something reflect on. Um, it's like it takes time to know someone is personality, and judge them. We cannot really judge them just on the first met. So I think personality needs to, we need to know someone, get to know someone more deeper, rather than just a first impression.
Right. Do you think you can fully understand a personality?
Yeah, I think it. I think, yeah. I know that it takes time to get to know uh, other people, and it's really hard to to second guess the personality of someone. But I think, based on my intuition, I think that sometimes we can feel something from them, and yeah, and I think we can judge a little bit, just you can know a little bit about them.
Right.
Yeah.
This is just my perspective only. I can never fully understand a person personality, but I
Oh,
choose to trust them.
oh.
Just that my perspective, but I can never fully understand a person personality or how they behave or their characteristic. Maybe relate to them, but I
Mhm.
never dare I'll say I'll fully understand a personality. No. If I ever say that, I'm a fool.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Mm.
how do you describe your personality?
Yeah, I have bubbly personality, really outgoing and
Mm,
really easy to turn to around with. So I think because I show up the very friendly vibe and always want to make other people close to me feel comfortable, mm, and yeah, and just, yeah. So I think, because I don't, and I think, and I really don't, I really care about other people too. I'm really caring person. I am a caring person too. So yeah, this is my, I think, the stand out in my personality. And one more thing is that I never hold a grudge. Um,
right.
yeah, hold a grudge. I really easy to forget and forgive them. Yeah. It's
I'm
like,
a different person. I'm a completely different person.
yeah,
um, do you ever feel afraid to say no?
yeah. Sometimes this is also a thing that
Why?
make me, yeah, sometimes because I am so supportive, I always want the best thing for them. So sometimes in some situations I feel like it's so hard to say no to them. But yeah, but I think I have got but it's better right now because I know exactly how to deal with these cases.
So how do you deal with those cases? Is there any example case that you want to talk to me, or can you talk to me? Use some fact name, fact situation, if that if that make you feel better. Or if you want to move to a different subject, completely fine. Have no issue.
Yeah, I think let me think.
Hmm.
Mm, mm, okay, now, um, like, yeah, it's so hard to think right now because I am a forgettable person. So
Right.
okay, I don't really, yeah. Um, so I think we can move to other
Okay.
subject.
Right.
Yeah,
So how do you describe your sister personality?
sister
Yep.
personality.
Yep.
Okay. She's like me too. She's really friendly, kind, and really empathetic. She's
Hmm.
especially empathetic, and um, I think she's really lovable. Really lovable, uh,
She look lovely.
likable, likable,
Yeah,
likable.
likable.
Likable. Okay, she's also really likable, easy to around with too, and um, I have two sisters, but the one who lives with me, they have different versions. Okay,
All right. So
so
I have different. I have different. Don't get me wrong. Me and my sister is completely different people. Like when people look at me and my sister, they should tell us, are you guys even related? Just, I'm to tell you how different we are. My sister is like very lovable. She kind of similar like you,
yeah,
really easygoing, very friendly, can make friends
yeah.
all the time, talkative. She talk all the time. I'm completely different. I'm 180 to my sister.
I think my sister is more like, okay, brighter than me. She has a right mind, but opposite. Sometimes I'm a little bit how to say dry-dish or dry-like. I don't know how you
Childish,
use,
childish.
like a little bit very silly, silly. Yeah, I think, yeah. So she make up a really good decision or very fast and good decisions. But me, sometimes I feel it takes time to think, and I really don't stay grounded on my decisions. Yeah,
So, why do you think there is the difference?
yeah.
Why do you think there is a difference between you and your sister in that regard, in that
Yeah, I think it's
aspect?
not, yeah. I think it's not a different, but I think um, it's a thing I can learn from her, right? It's not a difference, right?
Yeah,
I
no,
cannot,
giống như nãy em nói là chị em là cực kỳ giỏi, đưa quyết định nhanh,
yeah.
rất là có chính kiến, còn em thì không. Thì anh chỉ đang
Mhm.
hỏi là lý do tại sao có cái sự khác biệt đó.
Yeah. I think because she's older than me. I don't. I think I'm still really like. Now I mentioned my age. I
Right.
just 20 years old, so I really don't have experience in life
That
or
makes sense.
solid, yeah, a solid foundation of knowledge. I don't know, of like of experience. So I
Okay.
really think sometimes I look at things in more easier way than my sister. Yeah, khác khác cái đó.
No, it doesn't sound right. So what do you mean by look at thing in an easier way compared
Yeah,
to your sister? What do you mean by that?
she's, kỹ lưỡng hơn á, kiểu như mình thì mình hơi bị kiểu em kiểu
Thoáng quá.
không kỹ lưỡng như là mình làm cái việc đó rất là cẩn thận, careful, thoroughly hay là
Right.
kiểu như là rất là hay là nên là đưa ý kiến cũng rất là hay, đưa ý kiến nên là quyết định đúng đắn á. Còn em là kiểu cái gì nó cũng nó mơ mơ hồ hồ hazy. It looks so hazy, so that's why I
Right.
think. Yeah,
That makes sense. That makes
yeah,
sense. Hmm.
yeah, that's right.
Is your sister your role model?
No, she's really she's no, she's not old mother.
No, 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 no,
Mm,
no.
she's modern
Is your sister your role model?
role model. Yeah, yeah, I think I really
Good.
like her. Yeah, she's a big role model in my life.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
yes,
Yeah, because the reason why you already explained it to me, your
yeah,
sister
that's
make a
right.
lot of good decision, very chill,
Yeah,
very. Suddenly, I just forgot the words. Chính kiến, man.
chính kiến ít là gì ta em?
Ah, stand her ground. She stand her ground.
Around, okay, stay
Yeah,
around.
stand her ground. Hình như nó
Okay.
có cái từ gì khác nữa mình quên mất tiêu rồi. Okay. Um, so how how you describe the personality of the model that you just mentioned to me was that Thanh Thủy.
Yeah.
How do you describe her personality?
Um, I think I really, because we don't have like I don't interact with her, so I really don't know exactly her true characteristics.
Hmm.
I just look her on my mobile phone, and the way she's big, or like it's so she's a funny. She has a sense of humor, because I
Right.
can see her, play really look very fun off the backstage, um, and she has a different characteristic in the stage, like two versions. Yeah,
Hmm.
and really, she's really like when she on the stage on the she looks really I said that she looks professional, yeah, beautiful, very gorgeous, and with a really charming smile. But
Hmm.
yeah, after but behind the scene, she's really kind and friendly. The way she speak with other people also it really impressed me a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Very good. How about the male idol that you just mentioned to me earlier? I forgot his name.
Yeah, I think actually I really don't like him first. Really, like after
Why?
watching, because his appearance doesn't really like uh catch my eye. Really is not eye catching at the
Right.
beginning.
Right.
But after watching two or three series of movies, I I really like um, his acting,
Right.
and also his personality behind the scene. Yeah, not just only his. And I don't know why, but like years to years, he looks more impressive on in my eyes, and yeah, that's why I don't.
What
Yeah,
series is that?
good mother, bad mother. Very famous. Um, Sweet Home is sweet.
Ah, Sweet Home is a horror series, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Oh, I cannot hear you.
Sorry, my phone to connect to my headphone to connect to my personal phone, and for some reason AI just being smart, and I couldn't hear anything. It blocked out all the incoming conversation that you just told me. What was that? What was that you're trying to tell me? Sorry.
The film, the movie.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly the the content of the
Hmm.
content of the movie. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember I read that the comic was a while ago, and then it's being transformed to anime, or not anime, or live version of it. But I didn't watch it. But I really like the comic though. It's
yeah,
bloody scary.
yeah. It has lots of seasons, but I only watch one.
Yeah, with all of those series, is it more? It's not actually about horror. It's just about how people interact with each other and how people treat each other. It's more about greed. It's more about people personality, about trust, about how you behave in a really high tension situation.
Yeah.
So a lot of time when I read about history book, it's the same. It's just sometime in a worst situation that you got yourself into, you see people true color. Some people
Oh,
really, really helpful. Some people like really, really. I'm just saying a cunt. Do you know that word?
oh no,
When I prefer somebody or someone as a cunt,
cunt.
it means mặt lộn. Don't
Really?
wrote that down. Don't wrote that down.
Okay. Oh, no, right.
Don't
Okay.
write that down. It's just a swear. It's just a slang in Australia.
Oh, ah,
And
hình như là
another downside of me is that I swear a lot.
no, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. Is see you can see that it's with only two words we can have a really long, not really long, it's we can have a long conversation like 10, 15, or 20 minutes with just only two words.
Two
Try for you to
words.
yeah, so like the appearance and personality.
Okay.
So I can ask you a lot of questions with that two words.
Yeah. Like, but okay. So, it's just two words, but I think, in my speaking, I don't use, like all of the words I have learned before. So a little bit, uh, like it's a big BT. It's a big BT of my effort. That because I have learned a lot of, but I think it's so hard to use in a really conversation.
Which
You
word? Which word is it?
many words to
Give me some
describe
example.
experience, immaculate room, immaculately room, the collocation, immaculately room. Uh,
Right, immaculate. Immaculate. Is it immaculate? It's like spotless. Kiểu như kiểu mới tinh hoàn toàn không chảy xước.
no, anh nghĩ là nó hình như nó là immaculate room, có nghĩa là nó kiểu dạng như là đầu óc kiểu như tóc tai nó búi xù hay messy, in a messy looking á, em thấy là nhá.
Em thử
Immaculate.
nhắn qua danh coi. Tại em
Okay,
nói cái
vậy
từ anh suy nghĩ anh liên tưởng cái từ khác.
yeah, this is. Ủa
Rồi
cái
để anh
tưởng.
coi coi cái chat box nằm đó.
Okay. Đúng rồi.
Immaculate room. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
To
like
be
that.
honest, anh nói thiệt với em luôn, lần đầu tiên em mới nghe cái từ này.
Cái gì á? Trời ơi. Yeah, this is the problem. Em học em
Oh,
học
immaculately groomed describe a person who extremely neat, tidy, and well presented. Ủa cái
ở
này là
Paris. Ủa vậy
nó
anh cứ
diễn
nghĩ ngược lại. Vậy là em nhớ lộn rồi hả ta?
tại vì anh nhớ cái từ immaculate, immaculate là
Là
khi mà em mua mấy cái món hàng ở trên cái sàn điện tử á, và thường thường là cái loại mà đã sang tay á, cái loại mà xài rồi á, thì nó thường thường có nhiều cái grade immaculate,
à,
excellent, good. Good là coi như là xài được, immaculate là coi như cực kỳ mới luôn,
Đúng rồi.
chưa có trải qua một tí xíu bụi trần nào hết.
Từ đây em hay gặp mà em không có hay nhớ lắm, từ đó nó đồng nghĩa với từ gì đúng không anh? Synonym của nó để em nhớ thử.
Để anh coi synonym này
Immaculate.
là gì.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. Neat, neat cũng được. Mà thường
Cái từ
thường,
gì
tại thường
đó.
thường search cái từ synonym á, nó ra thí dụ như khi mà em đánh máy ở trên Word gì, sau em right click, sau em coi cái từ synonym á, nhiều khi em không có xài được. Nó có nhưng mà nó không có hợp với cái context á.
À dạ đúng rồi.
Nhưng mà cái immaculate là có thể xài gần như tương đương là perfect.
Dạ.
Anh nghĩ hai cái đó là được. Còn perfect, còn cái từ mà neat đó là thường là liên quan tới là cái appearance của một người, kiểu cực kỳ neat,
Dạ. Dạ
là
maintain.
chải chuốt, mặc đồ gọi như cực kỳ bảnh bao, râu ria chải chuốt gọn gàng ngăn nắp, giống như anh là cực kỳ bài hại. Không, anh không có cực kỳ bài hại, anh là kiểu bình
Ờ,
thường thôi.
bình thường normal.
Anh là normal, anh là chill, anh là thuộc dạng chill.
Yeah.
Ừ. Còn từ nào nữa không?
Để em nhớ lại coi. Personality. À, em học một từ đó. Um, argumentative với lại là quarrelsome. Cái gì ta? Cái hay cãi nhau mà kiểu yeah, quarrelsome, argumentative, introversial. Like that. Yeah. Ba từ đó.
Quarrelsome. Tại thường thường á, mấy cái từ giống mấy
Cái
cái
đó hay
từ của
dễ
em
không anh?
nói là nó kiểu những cái từ hoa mỹ á.
Dạ.
Anh là anh hay nói là anh nói cái từ hoa mỹ kiểu xài ít á, thì nó hay, nhưng mà xài nhiều quá thì nó đâm ra là em đang ra
Em cũng
vẻ em hiểu biết á.
đúng rồi, tất nhiên là em cũng muốn học kiểu như là mình nói mấy cái từ là không mình với lại đồ á mà em thấy mấy cuốn sách đó nó vậy. Nó
Không
vậy
thì
mấy cái từ đó
tùy,
em đúng không ta?
mỗi người là có một cái cách interpret khác nhau. Tại còn với anh đó, anh thích xài những cái từ nào mà thường nó đơn giản. Tại vì nếu mà anh làm như vậy thì anh nói chuyện ai cũng biết hết trơn hết á. Kiểu nó mình giải thích nó cũng, khi mà anh xài hàng ngày á, thì mình giải thích cho người ta nó rất là dễ hiểu. Với lại nói chuyện kiểu nghe nó rất là gần gũi. Trừ khi
Dạ.
nào mà anh ra anh pitching, kêu
À,
gọi vốn cho dự án hay gì á, anh mới xài mấy cái từ đó. Còn không
đúng
á,
rồi.
tự nhiên ngày ví dụ như giao tiếp ngày ngày qua ngày với nhau, anh xài từ đó anh giống như kiểu má thằng này tỏ vẻ hiểu biết gì ta. Lâu lâu xài thì ok, cái đó là theo anh nghĩ thôi.
Dạ. Cái khó của em là em không biết cái từ nào là ok. My nephew, my niece. Em có khá khó khăn là ví dụ như em không biết từ nào dùng để viết hay là từ nào dùng để nói nên hay là đơn giản là từ nào nó khó là không biết từ nào dùng để viết nè hay là để nói nè rồi hay là phân biệt từ vựng nó formal hay informal cái là bài nói của mình nó cứ bị kiểu như là dù lúc thì dùng từ này lúc dùng từ kia đó kiểu cái bài
Ừm.
mình nó lúc thì informal lúc thì formal kiểu vậy nó
Nếu như mà tại vì anh cũng không biết giải thích như thế nào, tại vì anh đọc sách cũng nhiều á, cho nên là anh dễ phân biệt ra cái từ nào là cái từ formal và cái từ nào cái từ informal. Tại vì anh đọc sách nhiều, thường thường đa số sách nó toàn là viết từ formal không, mà ít ít khi nào sách viết cái từ informal lắm. Ờm, đó giờ anh cũng chẳng hỏi gì, kiểu tại đọc nhiều xong rồi nó tự nhiên nó vô trong đầu thì
ôi
tự biết thôi.
ôi cái cũng khó vậy đúng không?
Không, tại vì lúc cái điểm khởi đầu của anh cũng y chang em vậy á, anh đâu có giỏi đâu. Anh cũng phải, tại vì cái kiến thức của anh là nó kiến thức build up chứ không phải là kiến thức bật cái có liền.
À, dạ.
Thì anh chỉ có nãy anh mới nói là anh đọc sách, anh nghe sách, anh cứ nghe riết rồi cái tự nhiên nó quen à.
À,
Xong rồi
dạ.
tự tự biết rồi nghe nhiều rồi tự, giống như khi em nói chuyện tiếng Việt vậy á, đâu có ai chỉ em cái từ nào formal cái từ nào nó không formal đâu. Em nói nhiều, em đọc sách nhiều rồi em tự biết thôi.
À, dạ đúng rồi.
Giống như thở vậy đó, em đâu có tập trung em coi là em thở. nhanh chậm. Em kiểu em chỉ học những cái lúc nào mà em cần hít thở sâu, những cái lúc em căng thẳng em tập hít thở sâu, còn bình thường em cứ kệ bà nó, em cứ để cơ thể em nó tự điều chỉnh thôi.
Yeah. Okay.
Đó đó.
Okay.
Ừm. Còn khi mà bởi vậy khi nào mà khi em luyện IELTS á, bởi vậy là họ họ đưa cho em nhiều cái từ vựng để em học, giống như cái immaculate hay là cái gì đó, những cái từ mà nó nghe nó kêu á, để khi mà em vô trong phòng em viết nghe cho nó nghe cho nó sang chảnh.
Dạ đúng.
Nhưng mà thường thường á, nếu mà làm như vậy là em dễ em dễ bị confused trong cái lúc mà em viết essay lắm, tại kỳ hôm cũng có một bạn là bạn đưa cho anh cái bài để anh coi, viết toàn là những lời hoa mỹ không, nhưng mà ráp lại nó không có liên quan gì với nhau hết.
Dạ, dạ mình không chú ý cái ý của mình, cái
Chứ như
thời
cái
tiết.
giống như tại vì anh cũng nói nhiều khi nó không fair là tại vì anh đó có cái knowledge nó build up lâu rồi, cho nên là anh nhìn anh rất là dễ biết. Còn tại vì bây giờ em mới vô mà, cho nên anh so sánh anh với lại em, trời ơi, cả một trời khác biệt, cả mười mấy năm kinh nghiệm chơi vậy nó cũng hơi ác. Nhưng
Dạ,
bởi vậy kiểu anh thấy giải thích em kiếm cách nào em giải thích cực kỳ đơn giản càng tốt.
dạ.
Không, anh nghĩ thôi nha, anh nghĩ thôi nha, anh không biết. Tại vì cái cá nhân anh mà anh đi ra anh thấy đứa nào mà nói chuyện từ Hoa Mỹ là anh thấy ghét rồi, anh thấy đứa ưa rồi. Nhưng mà lâu lâu quăng vô một hai từ á, thì nghe nó còn hấp dẫn, chứ ngày nào mà cũng xài mấy từ Hoa Mỹ ở ông nội ông sống trên trời ông nội. Để coi cái gì nữa không ta.
Ok.
Ừm, ừ, anh trước mắt anh chỉ nghĩ được như vậy thôi.
Dạ.
Trước mắt anh chỉ có cái này là anh chỉ xài cái common sense của anh thôi nha. Còn những thầy mà professional, tại vì mấy cái thầy mà hướng dẫn cho em đi thi là họ khác, họ chỉ theo hướng khác nữa.
Dạ.
Ừm, thì mấy thầy đó override anh không biết.
Dạ không, dạ ok, em thích. Like.
Anh chỉ có xài common sense thôi à.
Dạ comment. Dạ thì
Ừm,
dạ ok. Tại vì nói chung em cũng thích nói chuyện, mình luyện tập nói tiếng Anh thì em thích cái gì mà comment hơn, nó dễ nói, nó
ừm,
dễ nghe, nó dễ chịu hơn hơn là nó academic quá.
ừm. Rồi, còn từ nào nữa không?
Vậy hả? Để em nghĩ ra. Em coi có từ gì không ta? um, Personality, một cái từ tức là permissive. Từ này em rất là kiểu như là
Permissive,
permissive, nó giống từ permission mà ở bên theo
permissive,
qua. Ow! Oh
permissive, permissive. Allowing or characterized by take or excessive freedom of behavior. A permissive parent. Permissive.
no.
So active. It's like a permission.
Permission.
Permissive.
Permissive.
I'm just thinking how do I describe this word? It's rare for me to hear these words. Like normally I just hear permission, like
I
ask
think
for permission or something like that. But describing, I'm using, if you use this word to describe a person, is I feel it's a bit wrong. So normally I'll just use chill.
chill. Yeah, and I know it. Go with the flow. I think it's go with the flow.
Yeah, go with the flow is also right, but using permissive to describe a person is rare. It's rare to see that. So normally when I talk to a person, if I'm going around my office to describe a person, to say a person is permissive, I say that person is pretty chill. I'm
Real
very
chill.
chill person. I think it's
Um,
similar. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I think chill is just like the moment, but I think permissive is like something like they really let the fate go or go in. Like how can you do that? Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah,
just
not wrong.
yeah,
That not wrong. That not wrong. I'm just trying to say the common uses of this word. Nó kiểu nó cũng gần giống nhau á nhưng mà anh thấy nó ít xài lắm.
yeah. Vậy là em học mấy cái từ mà nó
Không, không, tại vì nếu mà khi mà em viết IELTS á thì nhiều khi biết cái từ này thì nghe có vẻ nó hay hơn.
dạ.
Cái từ chill nó hơi informal chút xíu nha.
Chill guy, chill
Ờ,
guy, chill.
cái từ chill nó hơi informal chút xíu. Thực sự yeah. Chill, easy going cũng hơi hơi informal.
Dạ,
Nghe nó không có formal nhưng mà nó xài rất là rộng rãi.
dạ đúng.
Nó dễ dùng.
Dạ, em thấy
Um, is there any person that in your hair that categorized as permissive?
me.
No, of course you. Of course
because
you.
I learned I really like this word really like pop up in my mind always because it really it talk about me. So a little bit too permissive. I think because sometimes I look things so easy and simple. Sometimes I just okay. I don't know but sometimes like also facing up with a problem or something. I really don't like I feel a bit permissive. I think
Hmm.
like yeah.
Okay.
Like um instead of just like feeling brave or taking courage to overcome it, I just permissive. Like let go. It's like let go of everything.
Okay.
This is the I think sometimes I really feel that that word really like yeah.
Okay.
A
One
bit negative.
more. Right. One more question before we wrap up our session today. Do you have any goal for your future? Curious.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course
that's
I
a good
want
question
to
for you.
have I have to do the job I like. I am passionate about, even though right now I doesn't figure it out. I still
Mm.
I doesn't still figure it out really what truly I want to do in the future. But always I want to. I always have dreamed of having a meaningful job, the job that I love, and also make money. Yeah, that's right. Always that.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really enjoy the session today and really enjoy the conversation with you. Okay. Before we wrap it up, are there any question that you want to ask me further, or
Uh,
any point during our session that I have not explained it is clear enough and you forgot to ask?
no, I think you give me a really like a comfort in a comfortable feeling. And like I really feel free to speak out all of my thoughts and my all the things thought in my head. So the thing I have in my mind, the thing I have in my
Okay.
mind. So I think this is really like good time. I really enjoy this time. This good time. Yeah,
Okay.
and I think yeah.
Ừ.
You have done really right. It's really
Không, cái ý anh hỏi á, là nhiều khi trong cái lúc mà anh giải thích á, có cái ý nào anh giải thích nó chưa có rõ mà nhiều khi anh move on nó hơi nhanh mà em quên hỏi không thì anh hỏi trước khi
okay. It's
hết cái
okay.
session. Okay, all good.
I can now.
See you next time.
Okay, bye.
Okay, see ya.
Good evening.